You know what that means? We've got treasures.
It's a good old-fashioned haul.
Welcome to a thrift haul.
We're going to get into this post-haste.
I collect fisherman's sweaters. This is a fisherman's wool sweater.
Beautiful details.
Look at that.
Do you know the origin of fisherman's sweaters?
I feel like it was Scotland or Ireland and Maine.
And like why they were...
Because they're wool.
And?
They repel water.
There's also another dark thing about fisherman's sweaters. Sorry, it's history. Donegal. That's where I was when I went to Ireland.
Oh my gosh, handmade in Donegal. Did you meet the woman who made this?
I didn't. And I actually almost bought a fisherman's sweater when I was in Ireland, but I realized I have a very deep wool allergy. Anytime it's around my neck, my whole neck just turns red, so I don't wear wool.
So cute.
Not worth it.
Should we put it on him and see what it does? You're supposed to have a lining layer. A layer so it's not right against your... If you're wearing this, you're in an environment where it's very cold. I brought 3 fisherman's wool sweaters. I was going to decide what to put at Thick as Thieves, where I'm selling things.
This would be a tough sale out here because of...
Well, not right now. Thank you for that vote of confidence, because I gave them 2.
Oh.
I'm keeping this one.
Sorry. Well, you know that from the markets too.
No,
Nobody
I know.
ever
That's
buys
why.
blankets.
But that's why I was like, I have to bring it. If not now,
they will sell.
Because if I come back and drop more stuff off at some point, which is my fervent hope, it'll be too warm.
Good word, by the way, fervent. Can I tell you the fun fact about the sweaters?
Yeah, I want to know because you said it was dark.
It's dark. They all had different patterns sewed onto them by the fishermen's wives, most often, to identify their bodies if they drowned.
If they drowned.
But it's history. I mean, that's also, it's a history to the pattern and a love for their husbands to make sure that they could at least honor them in passing.
That's sad.
So it's sad, but it's life and it's 2025, so what are you gonna do? This is not one of my hauls, but I just want to show my new fun like blankety throw that's just a piece of fabric that I got from the one place that we found this good thrifted thing was Angel's View.
I didn't find anything.
We went to a bunch of thrift stores in Palm Springs while Noelle was here, and thrifting in Palm Springs might be over, you guys. Sorry to say it, but there was just nothing good. All like too new and all crazy expensive. This blanket, which I'm using as a blanket and like a little throw, and I might turn into like my tarot cape. It's just like nice colors, and so I've been cuddling with it all week. My first item to show is, I will say, as I say, thrifting is dead in Palm Springs. Something that I found in Palm Springs at Revivals before Noelle arrived is this really awesome Kansas state plate, which has beautiful like sort of gold,
gilded,
and the detail for all the little fun things that you can do in Kansas, which include Monument Rocks, John Brown's cabin, and the salt plant. It sounds like a really...
Let's go to the salt plant.
But I love the plate, and this one I am going to bring to Thick as Thieves because remember that Niagara Falls one I had for years? It's been in an old video.
I saw that in a picture,
It's there, up for sale.
I brought a Yosemite plate, a Yellowstone plate, and California stuff.
California's great, but also think about
you think
the
other
snowbirds.
Oh, okay.
Because our snowbirds used to come from Iowa. If you found your state plate out here, you'd be like,
I didn't think about that.
Sign.
This is a really pretty one with the green.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, look at that. It's a nice contrast.
Yeah.
This is a different time, isn't it? Taylor Smith.
Taylor Swift made this plate.
No,
oh my God.
What did I say?
Taylor Smith. It's will be at Thick as Thieves.
It's really pretty.
Thanks.
Remember when you said, oh, tourists like tacky things, and that's what a lot of the shops...
Someone needs to teach me how to formulate an opinion.
I was thinking of this when you were like, they just want tacky things, and they don't want...
Is that how I sounded?
Yeah, when we were driving downtown, because there's some really nice stores that are Palm Springs, vintage, curated, like Thick as Thieves, some art stores that are nice. And then there are, in contrast to that, just your average, horrible tourist trap stores that have the
license plate
with the names on them, which is fine. There's a time and a place for that. I think the gas station is the place for that. I thought of these because I was like, oh, Paul would get a kick out of these. It's an entire back that I got at a thrift store. Oh,
I love those.
Of old keychains. These are all Hawaii keychains.
Well, the reason I like these is that they're vintage tacky and not just like current Hawaii tacky.
This is such a weird one.
Did you ever have the ones that had like blue liquid in them?
Yes. Oh. So I got these at the White Dove thrift shop for $3 for the bunch. I think I'm gonna put one on my keychain. I really wanted the right keychain for my keys, and I thought so hard and long about it that I didn't put one on. So now I have no keychain, and I feel
naked. I
feel personality-less.
Yeah.
You know, it's really
that's a lot of personality.
But listen,
feels like it'd be in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Actually, maybe I'll just put all of them on because you know how I
Yeah,
like things that make
would be cool.
make noise. What else do we have in here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I meant to give this to Thick as Thieves. This is a bottle opener.
Amazing.
And Jeremy at Thick as Thieves said that tennis stuff does really well here, and there's some tournament happening soon.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll bring it in.
It's a bottle.
And tell him it's mine.
Do you think I need to clean it? Can I use some of your cleaner to clean it?
I don't have it here. Oh, you mean like hand cleaner? Like soap? Oh, the stuff that's here.
Yeah.
Yes. Use whatever you want.
So I am going to shine
Magic
this up.
eraser is in there.
Oh, that might work too. I'm going to try everything. I'm going to go through Paul's cleaners and try everything. You know what's going to end up working is the toothpaste and his toothbrush. I'm going to accidentally use this toothbrush. Also in this bag.
This bag carries many wonders.
I have another bottle opener, and this is the Parthenon.
What?
In Greece. Look.
What?
And it says bronze on
Oh
the back.
my.
Isn't
This
that
is
cute?
beautiful. I'm really stunned by this. That's gorgeous.
And I've been to the Parthenon.
Oh.
It's quite amazing.
Been to the Parthenon.
One time my mom, we were talking about good vodkas.
You and your mom just talking about vodka.
We were talking about alcohol.
Yeah.
She likes gin. I like gin as well. We were talking about vodka, and I was saying I don't really like vodka that much. I like a martini and stuff like that, but I think I've had really bad vodkas. And she was like, well, the best vodka I ever had was in Moscow.
Mother! They are known for their vodka.
They are. I'm going to put these on my keys.
I want to show you needs a demonstration. You know my beloved Florida vintage glassware that I purchased many years ago and traveled all the way back here with, and I love this glassware so very much.
I do too. It's like a smoky
and this
brown
like this little
gray.
base.
So pretty. Good stackable.
Yes.
So cute.
I found this at an estate sale out here that I'm sure you've probably seen before, but it's such a genius little bar-keeping tool from the past.
Oh my God.
It's got the measurements for, speaking of your vodka, 1 shot or 2 shots. See the little lines in there that say 1 shot or 2 shot? You put it in there and then you just do a, don't mind if I do.
See it?
And that's so cute.
And it's a brass color too.
And it's got a nice little like bamboo style
Paul,
handle.
Look how, this might be gold.
No.
Feel how light it is. This is the type of barware that you keep out because it's so pretty.
Yeah, we're going to keep it.
I love it. Good job.
2 shots for me.
Do you remember how much you paid?
$2.
That's it?
It was $2, yes.
I would have liked to have gone to this person's sale.
It was a good one. It was very picked over when I got there. I was there at 8:30.
Was it in LA or here?
No, it was out here. The playing cards I showed in another video, and I have some other things in here that I got. Everything was very picked over, and things were still pretty pricey. And I had found out that before I arrived, there was like a bunch of tarot decks, vintage tarot decks.
What?
Somebody snatched them all in a half an hour. That's why you get to your estate sales early if you want the good stuff.
So this is a necklace.
I love this.
I love this necklace as well. It's got little fruits all over it. Makes noise.
I can just imagine like coming into your PTA, people being like, that is so fun. You're fun. Hey, I don't know you.
I love a margarita.
But you seem fun.
Hate vodka, love a margarita.
Yeah,
right?
Margarita Mom. She's like, she gets it. You know what I mean? If it weren't kitschy and like fun, you'd be like, whoa. But because it's so kitschy, people are like, oh, she's a good time.
Well, look how many fruits. You could actually make this into 2 necklaces. You could make it into a really dangly, bangly.
Thinking of my friend Ashley, that coordinated our wedding, she would wear something like this, and everyone would be like, Ashley, you're adorable.
There are bananas.
You're precocious.
There are cherries, lemons, apples, pears, lime. And then we start with the banana again.
What is this yellow one?
It's a banana.
No, this yellow one. It's like a yellow
It's a lemon.
apple. A yellow lemon?
You know what? They miscolored that one. This is supposed to be lemon, but it's an apple
And I hate to
mold.
break it to you, but this one's missing a charm, so this is worth nothing.
I think I got this at an estate sale. So.
I'll show you another thing that I got from that estate sale, specifically because of
that packaging.
the packaging. So they're old poker chips that are probably not even that great, but when you bring out a box like this, it's just, you got to.
Interlocking.
Arco Playing Card Company.
Oh, wow. The box is in great condition.
So this was from the one with all the playing cards and things like that. Get your pals together and play some cards.
This is a fun activity that I suggest you do with your friends as well. This is a book called The Magic of Scarf Fashion. This is from Dillard's.
Oh.
Wow, this is $15 back in the day. That's quite a lot. Can you tell where the price tag was
It's going to go up in every video.
This is something that you would keep, I think, on your dresser. It's got a little pop-out thing, so you can just keep it on your dresser.
What's the title called? A Naughty Look.
I have accessories for us to try. Unfortunately, it's not in color. My mom actually gave me this thing. I think it's meant for negligee. But
after Mother's had her vodkas, she's passing along the negligee.
she gave me this, and I just had it in my sock drawer, and I was like, oh, I could actually use this to put my I brought a variety of my thrifted scarves. This is one of my favorites.
Very pretty.
Isn't it?
This was worn by a woman named Lorraine.
Yeah, she wrote the book, I think.
The woman who wrote the book called Lorraine?
I think so.
I probably saw that and suggested it to myself.
Okay, you want to see my special scarf?
Yes.
This is one.
Oh, that is so
cute this
cute.
is. And Snoopy is in right now. Snoopy is back.
Yes, I have a Snoopy sweatshirt that I got, and every time I wear it, 'cause it's an old vintage, people are like, where did you get that?
Yeah, well, peanuts all over. Really?
Yeah.
This is from 1965.
Wow.
We're going to hold it like this. You hold it in your hand like this.
Mother
and then you're
taught
going to
me.
put it around your neck.
Yeah.
Put it around your neck. And then you're simply going to pull it through. So this will be good if you want to...
That's the tie?
This is a simple one. I chose one that was easy
that's
so
nice.
that... Because I would want, depending on the scarf, you would want it to show your little picture, right?
Yeah.
So some other scarves, this I got at a thrift store. I thought you might like this one. I thought I might actually wear it for Christmas because I wanted to do a bow. But I ended up not doing that. It's vintage from Japan.
Oh my god.
And they had all these different colors. I only got this color. Isn't that pretty, though?
That's beautiful.
Very wispy. This is one of the old travel scarves. This is France.
Wow, these colors. This is gorgeous.
And what does it say?
We're asking you, what does it say?
Souvenir de la Côte d'Azur.
She always butchers the French.
And it's got Cannes. It's got...
Can you imagine going to like Cannes
Nice.
as an actress and just pulling this out one night and people being
It's
like...
got...
I should be a little on the nose.
The thing about this scarf is I can't sell it because it's got some little imperfections. Like, see, there's kind of a mark here. I just don't know what to do with something this large.
Make a pillow?
Oh, I guess I could. That would be a large pillow. It would be pretty, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you could put the pillow in the center and then just wrap around the back and do like a very simple
Because the thing is,
I'm a firm believer in the... If I can't use it right now or have like a place to put it where I'll use it soon, it's gotta go.
Really. And I'm a collector, so I have so much that I want to use someday.
Let's go back to authenticity and how you mentioned that my little jigger could be gold. I am 99.9% sure you're going to say, no, Paul, these are not. But they're so heavy. Are these?
Real pearls?
Yeah. They can't be because there's no imperfections. They're all the same.
No, they're real pearls. They can make them that way.
It's a beautiful maybe pearl necklace that I found in a place in Los Angeles. I was meeting my friend next door to have lunch, and this guy had a thrift store that was like a mix of like new stuff and thrift stuff, and he didn't really seem to care what he had. He's just like wanted some money, and I saw he had all these Life magazines, and I bought a bunch of them because he was like, I don't know, $2 each, and just for the ads alone.
So pretty.
I should have brought a few of them. One of them has the most immaculately preserved Alien ad from like the actual when the movie came out, and just the ads are so great. He had this necklace, and I was like, how much for this? Thinking that it might be something, and he was like, I don't know, $2. So,
really?
Yeah.
I believe these are real. First of all, there's no seam in any of the pearls. They are heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. That's why I thought they were. I read some stuff online that if you hit them together, they're supposed to like
combust.
Those sound like pearls to you?
For one of my Halloween costumes this year, my sister and I were Tippi Hedren and a bird from the Birds.
That was amazing.
And Caroline, I wanted her to have pearls that were a bit exaggerated. These would have been perfect. So pretty.
Something else can be done with them, maybe?
Yeah, I really
could maybe even figure out like if I just wrap them around twice as a bracelet or something.
Yeah.
Matches my yoga.
Love it.
trend. Okay.
This is a cute.
Real cute.
You know what I realized I didn't bring? It's because I was just like, maybe I have too much for Jeremy for the Thick as Thieves shop. I didn't bring any of my
cigarettes?
Ashtrays. I have a great number of ashtrays, and I love collecting ashtrays. I'm not a smoker.
With the marijuana out here.
Oh, I know. Yeah, because I smell it everywhere I go here.
This is not a vintage item, but I did some holiday crafting this year. I put your sign that you make for us and we hang every year is right here in this bag, and now alongside it is one that I made. I went to the Michael's Christmas wrap-up last year, and they had these really cool...
Isn't that cute?
These are all wooden, and I hand-painted all of them,
I love
and
the colors.
painted all like the little edges silver so that they look like metal, and just stranded it on some
What
yarn.
color were they when you got them?
They were just wood. They were
just like plain.
They were plain wood, so you could do whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
And so I just picked the colors that I wanted to replicate. These are the big ones that I'm keeping for me and Nick, and then I gave the smaller ones. There were probably like 20 of them, and I stranded those, and they came in 3 different strands, and I gave them to my sister-in-law.
Oh, these are so pretty.
And the way I gave them to her was like they were all tangled. And I said, the mission for you now is that every year you pull these out is you just accept that Christmas lights are always tangled and you hang them as they are, however they fall. And let it be a reminder to you that during the holidays, Things get tangled, but they still are beautiful.
How creative. How pretty, Paul.
Thank you. I like painting small things. It's good for the mind to focus on something. I like to think of my ornaments sometimes as like they go to sleep for the year, and I put them like next to nice things.
Right before Christmas, I decided to go into a thrift store because I was supposed to be doing something else. So I was trying to not do that thing, the task I should have been doing. And I ran into a thrift store. Usually when I have a very limited time to do something, we were leaving for Christmas the next day, I think. And I just was like, I shouldn't be packing. I should be going to a thrift store right now.
Yeah, I do that.
So I went into this thrift store. I saw some Christmas things, and I saw this giant basket of the little souvenir spoons. I don't collect souvenir spoons, but I have a small collection of spoons that I like to bring out for little parties that are silver, real silver, but really interesting shapes. Or I have some of the Queen, and so there are some souvenir ones. But this one, the one that was sitting on top, was this one. Let me show you first.
Oh my God!
Epcot!
Wow.
I proceeded to spend like 20 minutes, and I took it was an entire basket of someone's collection.
They had another?
I took every single spoon out and looked for Disney ones.
This was
and
the only
guess
one?
what? No, there were more.
Oh my God.
So we have, and I also took out really cute, interesting ones. This one says...
It's got like a little dangly on it.
Yeah, it's Mickey.
Oh my God. People
one
made
says
things
Disney.
so much better in the past.
This says Disney World. This says...
Look at this.
Disneyland.
This is the
Disneyland one. Isn't that cute? Okay.
I mean, why don't I get to see them? Like, only they get to see them.
I know. Oh, the San Diego Zoo, because I grew up in San Diego. And they were cheap, too. I think they were $1 or 50 cents each.
Amazing.
San Diego Zoo. I can't read it.
London Bus, Victoria, BC. So it's a
British
London
Columbia.
bus in British Columbia.
Interesting. Cute. This one is the Empire State Building.
Oh my God. They should be in a museum. This is
this one is
spoon
Palm Springs.
You've got to be. I was about to be like, this is the first spoon
forgot
that
it.
baby
Jeremy?
Jesus used. This is so cute.
Is this Yosemite?
Look at
or
that.
Sequoias?
No, it's Yosemite. For the sheer fact of just having this cover on in your
Let
collection.
me look inside.
The one and only Ethel Merman Gypsy. I love when a vinyl is in good condition.
Funny
and
girl.
Look at the condition of this. Clean, well preserved, and like look at the font and everything. This one, I'm not familiar with Mabel Mercer. I probably should know her, and Bobby Short. But this record was in such glowing condition. Look at how beautiful this is.
Oh, I love this.
I know, isn't that so pretty with the font and everything?
We
I went through my old magazines. I save a lot of old magazines because they're probably going to be gone soon. Entertainment Weekly published the Sex and the City episodic breakdown and graded every single episode.
Is Entertainment Weekly still a magazine?
It's not a print magazine anymore. It's just online.
Wow.
But they grade every single episode of every season, and it's just such a perfect time capsule of when Sex and the City was still the biggest deal. And if you can judge from the back ad of this one, look at the ad, just like of a time and place when we.
And look at this ad. It's a cell phone. I think it's a BlackBerry.
When Nick and I would go away for like weekends away when we first started dating, we'd go to the grocery store and get what we called smut, which was just like the rags, and bring it with us. And like you can't even get that anymore. You can't get like an Us Weekly or In Touch. They're there, but they're like really expensive, and they're not nearly as like silly and juicy. Gone is the era where you could get a magazine that just said, "Shut up, Jen." And I have saved this one because I think it was the first overnight that Nick and I went on because I have a picture of him reading it. We were up in a fire outlook tower in LA. You could stay overnight in the tower. And I thought, what a really cool thing to bring the person you just started dating to a fire outlook tower. But he did love it. It was crazy. We saw a bear.
Look at that.
And we brought, shut up, Jen.
It's Kevin Federline and Britney Spears.
It's a time capsule.
It is.
So much body shaming, which is terrible.
Do they still do that?
Oh, in this, yes. There's this crazy stuff in here that we just don't do anymore, which is a good thing. Sex up your man with Enrique's new scent. Like, no. Then this other thing that I found. So I love these, but these are the old pictorial souvenir books from Epcot and from Walt Disney World.
It's like a grid pattern. Where did you get these?
These are from my childhood.
They are. I still love this kind of stuff.
I just watched a Defunctland video that they put together. It's a history of Epcot, and it's set to like music, and it tells the story in a way that's really immersive, but you should definitely check it out if you're a Disney person and you're interested in the history of Epcot. In this documentary, there is a moment where they talk about how much the funding from other companies was like vital for Epcot to be built because they couldn't afford to do it themselves. So that's why they brought in all the sponsors. And then in the middle of this program, this is a craft ad in the middle of a Epcot guidebook. The emphasis on like sponsorship was something that I really didn't know was so heavily baked into Epcot. Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because you look back and most of it seems, I wouldn't want to say harmless, but like it kind of changes your perception of the rides and things when you know that there was corporations behind all of it.
That's how Walt built Disneyland though.
I didn't know
he
that.
Came up with that model of having businesses pay for like the Carnation Cafe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
like
now
that.
you say this is the most sort of like controversial one.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, Exxon. I mean, I feel like it's like
Exxon telling us like, you guys love oil, we promise. Interesting times then and now.
Well, now since you're angry about that.
No, I just find reflection.
I have something to soothe.
But I'm very angry.
Your energy, your spirit.
Namaste. Am I allergic to silk too? Not that.
Please don't be allergic to silk. I thrifted at a regular thrift store.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're vibrating. They're vibrating.
Of these crystals. Oh. I thrifted 1 or 2 bags. I want to get into crystals because I think they're really pretty on a mantle with a candle beside. This looks like citrine maybe. Isn't that beautiful? This is a purpley one and this is pink quartz. Do you feel I feel harmonious?
So much harmony. They're
crystals
so
are
heavy
expensive.
too.
I have been to crystal stores with my sister.
This would be like $40.
Isn't that crazy? I think it's paid $5 for all of this.
And I like looking at the details inside.
This one has green in it. A green vein, as they say.
One of your viewers is going to get a new job soon. Her name begins with the letter B, came to mind.
Okay.
If you're watching and your first name begins with B, be on the lookout because you're going to be getting a new job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Noelle and I talked earlier in the week about a costume that I'm going to be wearing for my sister's 50th birthday. There's a lot of inspiration, but one of the things that came up in the inspiration is she's like, you should wear like a big ring. I thought, funny you should say that because I have my dad's class ring and I hadn't misplaced it, but I had like a moment where I was like, I need to find where that is. I know where it is. Yeah. I left LA over 2 weeks ago when the fires came and I just dumped a whole lot of stuff into bags and into the car. One of them was a bag full of all my precious stones and like necklaces and things like that. And when I was looking through it before the video, my dad's class ring, I'm wearing it just right now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is really pretty. It needs to be resized because I have it on my pinky right now and it could slide off and it doesn't fit any other fingers.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the stone.
So I think I'm going to wear that maybe more often, just like wear it out. And it's his high school ring. He had a high school and a college ring, and my sister went to the same college, Boston College, so I gave her the BC one, and I kept this one.
I love it. They can resize it.
Yeah, but you know what they tried to charge me to resize this ring? What? It was a lot of money. It was like $175.
Well, that's because that is real gold.
Yeah. For my birthday this year, one of Nick's coworkers, Rachel, we love Rachel. She produces all of the Try Guys. If you watch the Try Guys, you know Rachel. Rachel is the mind behind Escape the Kitchen and Without a Recipe. She's brilliant. She directs. She's a producer.
Behind the camera.
She's behind the camera.
She's really good.
The way her mind works, you've never seen anything like it. She's brilliant. And for my birthday, she gave me a beautiful candle and a bag of candies. I think they're fondant candies. Yeah. Never something that I've ever enjoyed eating before. I had one, and the way they sort of like melt away, I was obsessed with them. They were so good. And I'm like, I know that Rachel must have bought these in some like fancy Silver Lake candy store. Yeah. But I texted her and I was like, I'm 2 away from being gone with my candies, and I need to know where you got them because no matter how much
I want to know too.
I'm going to buy more. And so she's like, bad news is I bought them in Lake Como.
Oh my God.
And she gave them to me, and I have literally 2 left, and I want to give one to you.
Are you serious?
These are from Lake Como.
Oh, you are kidding me.
Frajola. I think Frajola strawberry, maybe?
I mean, should we eat it now?
Yeah, let's have it. This is my last Lake Como candy to be shared with my dearest. Isn't that a true testament? That's better than a ring.
Even the paper is fancy.
Yeah. Take your time. Don't, bite it. Thank you, Rachel, for bringing me to Lake Como.
Thank you, Rachel.
Only for a moment.
God. Look at this color. It's like laterite. Look at how pretty that is.
I tried to Google the company. You can't even they're not on the internet. They don't have to be. They make the best candy. Why would they need to be on the internet?
It's like compressed.
What if you spit it out? You're like, ugh.
It's so good. If you've ever had like a brown sugar candy, but it's fancy.
As it melts away, isn't this so fun to listen to us talk? it just gets like sweeter, and I can see us on like Como right now. The sun.
And the scarf.
My scarf. My glass ring. Eating something out of a tiny spoon. Keep your eye on this channel because she's going to be making a lot of videos this year.
We love you. We appreciate you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Save the best for last.
Vanessa, just walk in here. That's you, girl.